Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the finale session of Bollywood Hungama's OTT India Fest. With me, of course, is the man of the match, the man of the moment, the family man, Manoj Bajpayee.
Thank you.
Another round of applause, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Please accept
Thank
the love.
you. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, of course, अभी खत्म हुआ है season और आपको देख रहे हैं सामने. So obviously the opening of this conversation is going to be about Family Man. Everyone's loved it, to the best of my knowledge. Great reviews. Most watched show apparently in 2025 already is what I read recently on Amazon Prime Video. But एक बात जो है, lots of people would have been talking about, and I want you to take that up right away, is, you watch the show, मजा आता है, 7th episode तक जाते हैं, and suddenly लगता है यार 8th episode होना चाहिए था, ये क्या हो रहा है? Because there's a cliffhanger in episode. There's another thing where you leave an open end after the entire season. Firstly, have you seen this conversation take place around you, whether on social media or in general?
I mean, it's everywhere, and that is, in a way, I find it quite complimentary.
Okay.
Yeah, because till then you are so engrossed that you find it too much of a shock, right? Too much of a letdown. But they should also understand that the story doesn't end here. It goes on. It's जैसे मैं कहता हूँ हिंदी में कि चौथे सीजन में तबाही होने वाली है. So in this season, as the season starts, the first episode, you see Shrikant Tiwari, who is internally separated from his wife, though just to show it to the children, they are not very open about it. In the same room, they are sleeping away from each other. In these 4 years, Shrikant Tiwari has slowed down not because of his profession, but because of his personal life. Because for him, in these 2 seasons that you've seen, that he always considered his family as his spine, right? As his pillar, his strength. But now that Shrikant Tiwari is completely down because of all the problem that has been happening in these 4 years within the family. And that's how I have characterized it also. And then on top of that, the professional stuff starts going south. Yeah. So he is declared anti-national. He is, and now he is running with his family. So the family, when in a battle, when there is family with you, you are weaponless. You feel completely unarmed. So he is not fully out there.
Right.
He is all the time thinking about the safety of his family, protecting his family. At the same time, he's trying to understand where this problem is coming from. So Shrikant Tiwari is on a back foot. But people should also understand that Shrikant Tiwari is going to come back in his element in the 4th season.
Got it.
Right?
Got it. So obviously I'm talking about open end, and it is not an open end in the sense that there is a 4th season.
There is a 4th
But
season.
देखना, wait करना पड़ेगा ना थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा.
भाई उसको बनाना पड़ता है, मतलब
बनाना
आप चैट जीपीटी में तो डाल नहीं सकते ना.
But the larger point I was trying to get at, Manoj, you've been a lead actor for so many years now, and there are films you work in, there are series you work in, and उसके बाद उसकी जो conversations होती है उसके इर्द गिर्द, and let's say in this case Family Man, that अरे यार वो सब कुछ ठीक था, end में मजा नहीं आया, but you are the face of the show, so you have to be responsible for everything that you get from the other end, much as all the praise that you get, the criticism too. Is that unfair to an actor?
I mean, I have signed up for this, right? The moment you come into this, eventually, it's all you're doing. If somebody takes my picture when I'm dining out with my family, I request them not to take it, right? But I cannot complain about it. I cannot be frustrated about it because this is something that I have signed up for. Okay. Similarly, if the praise is something is in same proportion as criticism, I'm ready for it. But it's also my job and my responsibility to clear it up. to the audience, which I have done.
In this case.
Yeah, in this case, so that people should not feel let down. They should always look forward to what's going to come.
Have there been instances in your times as an actor where you feel कि यार मैंने तो अच्छा काम किया था, but ये film कैसे निकल गई? And because you can't be involved in every aspect of the film. It is a director's medium after all.
No, it is a director's medium, but one or two films of mine, director was fantastic. My performance, few of the scenes where when I watch those films, they are really remarkable in my own eyes. Yeah, it's very difficult for an actor like me to be really satisfied with the whole film's performance. But there are few scenes that I go back and watch it again just to see what was that was right from my side, just to remind myself. But there are many other aspects of filmmaking. It completely goes wrong. Like casting other actors, or the editing, or the BGM. There are many other aspects which may go wrong. So you cannot fully blame the director or blame the lead actor. You have to just see that it was another day, and let's try and be more careful about each and every aspect of the filmmaking. Let's not be loose anywhere. Okay, that's a reminder. Sometimes we take because filmmaking is it starts with the scripting, and then director goes ahead and does the casting. Then there is shooting, there is sound, there is editing, there is post production. So many things contributing to that one film, and anything can go wrong. This is the profession that we are in. I hate to call it a business. This is the job we are in, and some days will be glorious. Some days will be really pathetic, and you should know how to take it on your chin.
Right.
Yeah.
The topic I've been given for this session, Manoj, is the master at work, and you're from Bihar, and Bihar mein master matlab ki teacher, master sahab. Right? Have you been a teacher? And I'm guessing that you have been a teacher from a very early age when you were teaching assistant to Barry John when you were starting out.
Right.
Have you consistently been doing workshops, especially for, where you're in film sets where you are perhaps the most experienced actor, the others may not be as experienced, or you're working very closely with the director, so you're also looking at other people's performances. Have you been consistently a teacher over the years?
I mean, for many years I was assisting Barry. You are right, and then Barry has started giving me independent teaching job. So I used to conduct workshops, go to schools, go to all the NGOs which used to work with all the juveniles and juvenile homes. I used to go. Then many of the professional groups I used to conduct workshops with. Since some time, whenever I'm invited, I go to National School of Drama.
You do?
Yes. Just now, very recently, I got another invitation from them. So whenever there will be 5-7 days time, I'll be going back to National School of Drama, which I keep doing because I enjoy it. I wouldn't call teaching. I enjoy sharing all those things with the young actors, because I really feel that in the days of in the time of distraction, if I can contribute a little bit in telling them how to focus themselves, yeah, it will be a huge achievement from my side. It's something that every person who wants to make it as an actor, who wants to become an actor, they should really learn how to say no to this tempting work or tempting reel making urge, and just focus on learning. Because we stopped learning. I have realized this. Whatever little bit that we know or we get to know, we want to convert it into some kind of a audio-visual mode. And that is a dangerous thing, because we are not giving any time to ourselves to really learn the craft, and then decide for the future. We were very lucky because there was only Doordarshan, so we we didn't know anything better. So I have given so much time to theater, so much time to learning, and those days and those years actually, it has shown me how to prepare myself even when I'm struggling. How not to go down mentally when there is no work. When there is no work, there is lot of work to do, right? So yeah, this is what uh, learning does in the formative years of yours.
You know, I find it ironic that you applied to National School of Drama and were rejected thrice, and now they
Right.
constantly call you to teach those same students. I mean, that's like almost a comeback for you in its own way, isn't it? But if you were to teach the students, what's the one lesson that you always want them to learn, besides the fact of working on the craft? But working on the craft means what? What is it that you want all actors to know? कि यार ये तो समझ लो कम से कम.
एक चीज तो बताना बड़ा मुश्किल है, लेकिन सबसे बड़ी चीज मैं कहता हूँ
Yeah.
कि यार आजकल हम बच्चों को कहते हैं, आई एम अ फादर ऑफ 15-year-old, राइट? सो वी कीप टेलिंग हर, टू नॉट टू indulge too much into digital consumption,
Right.
right?
Right.
But it is actually applied to all the people who want to make it as an actor.
Right.
Because acting acting is not talking about it. Acting is what you're doing. Eventually, no matter how many books you read, no matter how much Manoj Bajpayee comes and tells you and listen to him, but eventually you have to do it. You have to execute all the theories into practical. So for that, you have to stay away from social media, because social media can give you information. It cannot give you knowledge. Knowledge is information plus practice, and then you get the knowledge. So eventually you have to do it. Without doing it, you are reaching nowhere.
You know, I have seen your interviews where you talk about performance, when you talk about acting, especially when you talk about fellow actors. और एक line आप हमेशा बोलते हैं कि यार उसमें सुर पकड़ा.
Right.
You know, one, what do you mean by सुर पकड़ा? And I understand कि कहीं ना कहीं फिल्म भी एक म्यूजिक ही है, उसमें भी
जी,
रिदम
जी,
होती है. But when do you know कि सुर पकड़ा, and what do you mean by सुर पकड़ा?
जैसे जयदीप ने एक पाताल लोक 2 में, मैं हमेशा उसको बोलता हूँ आजकल, उसके साथ में इशवाक बैठा हुआ है, and there is a complete silence when he comes to know that he is gay, right?
Correct.
Right?
गाड़ी में जो
And
sequence
there is silence, complete silence. This guy, Jaideep's character, is a completely, coming from a rural background. His exposure is less. He's into police. He's a hardcore SI, right? And he's very uncomfortable. He's very uncomfortable, hence the silence, right? But the first sentence when he says Sunbe, and he takes his character's name, the way he says Sun, that where he pitched it was just right, because it is not rude, it is not polite, it is enough. It is the inner dilemma that he was going through in this silence that shows in the first pitch, and after that everything else falls right. Everything falls right. So हम लोग हमेशा कहते हैं कि उसका सुर उस सीन में अच्छा था. उसका मतलब ये होता है कि the scene needed to be pitched, it was pitched right, right? So once the first sur is right, it automatically gives you direction in the right way, on the right path. If the first sur is not right, scene goes wrong completely.
Does it change between theater and screen in general, but even within screen, television and films? Because when you moved to Bombay, you were already a seasoned theater professional. You were teaching already, as you mentioned. But when you started facing the camera, क्या वहाँ पे सुर थोड़ा अलग है जिस तरह आप?
बिल्कुल अलग है.
And what's the difference?
No, the difference is, for this audience, you are giving me a mic, right? So that everybody can hear me. But in theater, there is no mic. So our craft is such that we have to be natural and yet we pitch it in a way which is not unnatural, and the last row of the person can hear me, right? But when I'm facing the camera, I should know that my audience is the camera, okay, and I can be as real as possible. Without mic, if you are sitting here, I should, I should pitch it just right. But when somebody is at the podium, I'll be pitching it differently. If somebody is in the last row, uh, I'll be pitching it differently. But always for the camera. That's my audience. Okay. So that's the only thing, and it comes from practice. I got Swaiman in the initial days of mine. Uh, I took it as a class for a cinema acting class, and for 7 days, 8 days, 10 days, and then I adapted to it
Right.
completely. And a theater actor just has to practice it for few days, keeping in mind that the audience or camera is my audience, and he will be perfectly fine.
One thing that you don't have to face in theater that you will have to face in movies, for instance, and I'm talking about your most iconic line, which I recently got to know, I think in an interview of Ram Gopal Verma I saw recently, ki everyone knows when I say Manoj Bajpayee, if I were to ask them what is the one line you know him for, they'll say, Mumbai ka King Kong,
Right.
Bhigu Matre, and you're at the edge of a cliff in
Right.
Bombay
Right.
saying this, but you suffer from vertigo. Agar aap theater mein hote, to it wouldn't matter, but in a film, you have to be right there. Take us through that most iconic shot of yours. I mean, I heard Ramu say it, but I want to hear it from you because you are the guy who is standing in a cliff, but you have vertigo.
Yeah, major vertigo I have. I really, my knee, it starts feeling that it's shrinking. And if I'm not helped, I may fall down. It gives you faint kind of a, as if you're fainting kind of a feeling. But the vertigo is a disease, and I try to control it through meditation, through other, spiritual practices. But if I know that this is a problem, I work on it.
Right.
But yes.
So on that day, what was going on?
It was. First of all, we didn't know that this line is going to be so iconic. Okay. That day, Saurabh Shukla, Anurag Kashyap, everyone tried to help. Well, the funniest thing was Saurabh Shukla found some black cloth somewhere, and he covered himself up and he lied down, tried to try to hold my feet and give me confidence, but that didn't work because it was showing in the camera.
Right.
But eventually I had to do it. Ramu wanted me to go as close to the edge as possible, which I completely refused. I said the line, and after that, it's not there in the long shot. You can't see my lips moving. Actually, I was shouting, "Utha, nikalo be! Nikalo!" I was.
That's what you're actually saying.
Yeah.
Not Mumbai ka King Kong.
I somehow managed to say that line.
Right,
After
right.
that, I was abusing.
Manoj, we're coming towards the end of this conversation. I'm going to take 3-4 very quick questions, but the answers need not be quick, of course.
Right.
One is, we just spoke about Satya and what a dream run you had after that amazing debut. Kaun, Shul, Pinjar. That's between 98 till 2004 or something. And of course, you've spoken about this earlier, but I want this audience to hear it all over again in terms of, एक lull आया उसके बाद. So there is a Manoj Bajpayee 1.0. In between that, there's a lull of Manoj Bajpayee 1.5. And then there is a Manoj Bajpayee 2.0, which I think starts from Rajniti onwards. It's continuing, and I hope
Right.
it continues
Right.
the way it is. वो आपका great phase bit 2010 मतलब 25 पे हम बैठे हैं. But in that lull phase, Manoj, लोग कहते हैं कि success is the worst teacher. What did you learn from that so-called, for lack of a better way of putting it, what did that failure teach you?
I don't. For me, I'm not somebody who feels down so easily for a longer time. I may feel down for a day or for 2 days, and after that, I find a way to and my all my escape route is to discipline yourself. I
Work on yourself.
I'm much more disciplined. When it's a lull period, I'm much more disciplined. If I get up at 6 o'clock today, I I will start waking up at 4:30. Six 5 o'clock. I'm like that. I find ways to to keep myself in practice, like reciting poem, recording it, listening to it, again reciting it, or try to memorize, say, 2 pages or 3 pages of any short story, and try to perform it. So I keep doing things. I just love acting. So everything else that comes with it, it's something that it doesn't affect me. It's just that the playing a character, and if I think when I'm taking an offer, if I think that this is going to give me sleepless night, I like it much more. Yeah, I'm very nervous. It's like a dark dungeon where you're trying to find light. And that process, I just love it. You may call me masochistic, whatever you want to call me, but I am like that. I really find so much joy playing those characters, which I find very difficult.
So, I mean, you've said you love acting, and that's a beautiful line in the sense that what it essentially means is that the camera or the audience is the bonus. The other aspect and the other thing that you said, Manoj, is that you can't treat this as a business.
I don't treat it
Yeah.
as a business.
But the
Yeah.
fact is, it is show business.
It is. It
and,
is.
And the fact is, there is commerce
I mean-
involved in it. Over the years, given the number of years you put into this profession, what does money mean to you?
Comfortable life. It gives me a comfortable life. I and nothing more than that. If I fall sick, I should be treated in the best of hospital. If I'm going out with my family on a vacation, I should travel in a
First class.
comfortable way. Yeah, at least I deserve that. Um, and everything else comfortable. Nothing beyond that. I'm too attention is something I only want till a point where somebody says that you are very good. I loved your performance in that particular, in this film. That's it. After that, I've never worked for audience really tearing their shirt, for me. Uh, More than two people coming to me, it becomes too much for me. So I think God has given me only those things which I'm comfortable with.
And the other thing is, given the number of years and the number of fabulous performances, what do awards mean to you? And I'm also asking you because recently you had an outburst in terms of you vocalized the fact that you were not happy with the way the national awards are given out. And that's something that you said publicly.
I mean, see, when the awards start being questioned, then there is something for the organizers to really look within. Okay? If there are too many questions coming, then they should look within. Every awards, every awards that is constituted, and all the people who are deciding it, who are responsible for it. If there are criticism, if there are too many negative words being spoken about, then you should look within rather than blaming people for really making those comments, right? If I get to read five negative comments about my performance, I try to look for the common thing that they are talking about, and I try to address it, right? So when you address it, all of those things get shut up in the next work. But just to discard it that it's all unnecessary and we should not uh, even we should not need to address it. Don't think it's a wise way of doing it.
Well, so far as you're concerned, every person in this room is an award, Manoj Bajpayee. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Manoj Bajpayee. Okay, I have been asked, we can take 2 questions, which is fabulous. So in case you can just raise your hand, quick questions. यहाँ तो एक दिख रहा है मुझे.
हेलो सर।
Hi.
सर बिग फैन। मतलब अब बोलने नहीं आ रहा जब मतलब डिसाइड तो किया कि आपको क्वेश्चन करूंगा।
नहीं नहीं प्लीज पूछिए यार,
कपड़े मत फाड़िएगा।
नहीं, नहीं।
सर मुझे एक्टर बनना है और मैं पूरी मतलब मैंने आपका एक इंटरव्यू देखा था जिसमें आपने कहा था थैंक्स फॉर सेइंग दैट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कि स्टारडम के पीछे जाने से अच्छा है आप इस रियलिटी अगर आप एक्टिंग के बिना जी नहीं सकते तो ये एक्टर बनो और इस इंडस्ट्री में आने की रिस्क लो। तो थैंक यू उस चीज़ से मेरा पर्सपेक्टिव बहुत ज़्यादा चेंज हुआ एक्टिंग को लेके। और सर माय क्वेश्चन इज कि फैमिली मैन के सीन में द फाइनल आई गेस इट्स द एंटी क्लाइमेटिक type of scene in Family Man season 3 where Rukma's character finally meets Shrikant. Sir, there you have kept a tone in spite of being the hero of the series. You have, and it could have been more dramatic or more louder tone as you are the hero to dominate Rukma's character in front of that, which you do without even increasing your tones once just with your gestures. Sir, what was your thought or what was the thought you gave in that scene? Or
Shrikant Tiwari is not a very conventional hero, right? And Rukma for him, he's a big intelligence guy. He has all the information what Rukma is all about. He's just a what you call uh, a petty criminal for him, who is actually working for the bigger guys. So he's not the boss. His boss is somewhere sitting in London. Somebody else is dictating his life. So he knows what Rukma is all about. So Shrikant Tiwari, knowing Shrikant in these three seasons, you have seen Shrikant Tiwari is never. He doesn't speak like a typical hero. Uh, hero like his dialogue delivery is very normal, very casual. That's the kind of guy he is. Even when Rukma faces him, he just keeps looking at him. He's observing him. And he knows that he's not going to kill him. Okay? So, this is the kind of guy Shrikant Tiwari is. He's never going to challenge somebody like a conventional hero. He is going, because somewhere he feels that I got him. And he has this 10 gun. He doesn't have to say, hey रुकमा किधर जा रहा तू? नहीं, कोई मतलब ही नहीं है ना. उसका मतलब ही नहीं है. श्रीकांत तिवारी के पास गन है, उसने रुकमा को बुलाया और वहीं पे जो है फिर वहाँ पे मारपीट शुरू हो जाती. तो देयर इज नॉट इनफ स्पेस फॉर एनीथिंग एल्स. बाकी क्लिफ हैंगर शोज में होते हैं और कहानी जब सिर्फ एक सीज़न के लिए काफ़ी नहीं है तो उसको हम 2 सीज़न में डिवाइड करते हैं और बहुत बार हुए हैं इस शोज़ की हिस्ट्री में. गैंग्स ऑफ वासेपुर 2 पार्ट बनाए हैं सर. जब फिल्म बन सकता है तो वह सीरीज़ क्यों नहीं हो सकता है. 4th सीज़न में आपका सारा पैसा वसूल हो जाएगा, इतना मैं जानता हूँ. एज फॉर एक्टिंग, ऑल आई कैन से दैट रेशियो ऑफ सक्सेस बहुत लो है बॉस, बहुत ही कम है. बहुत कम लोगों को वो ताज मिलता है, बाकी सब बहुत ही कांटा भरा हुआ है इधर. तो अनलेस अनटिल यू आर रियली मैड अबाउट एक्टिंग, मैड अबाउट दिस जॉब, डोंट कम. Because then there will only be disappointment, there will only be sad days, there will only be gloom all the time. So is because this is that's the path I have taken. That is something that I have experienced. So I can only tell you what I have experienced, what I have learned from my own experience. Right? Thank you.
thank you, sir.
I mean, especially when that scene where you're meeting Rukma for the first time. अब पूरा हमने सीजन देख लिया and that's going to happen. One thought कि यार वो you'll try and like say reprise वो heat में जो होता है Al Pacino और Robert De Niro वाला.
Right.
But that's not what you did. You just played it the way Shrikant would do it, right?
Right. I mean, it's something. It's a big challenge. There is always a temptation. Okay, every actor wants to be a very mainstream guy. They say the flowery lines in a very flowery way, and उनको लगता है कि audience ताली बजाएगी. But they should also understand that this is OTT. Right. In most of the cases, person is watching you alone. So you should be as real as possible and as consistent as possible. सब लोग ऐसी सी चीजें नोट करते हैं, सोशल मीडिया पे ऐसी सी चीजें डालते हैं, and I'm amazed, Mayank, how those small things, smallest of micro thing that people get to notice.
Is it hard to be consistent over 7 years with the same role? I'm guessing when you were offered this was 2018, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, and 2025 तक आप वही role play कर रहे हैं. जब आप एक नया season करते हैं, do you go back and watch the entire show all over again to get into the groove, or it automatically happens?
With
when
this
you're on
one,
set?
with this one, I have seen few episodes of first ones, a few episodes of second one, just to remind myself about the characterization I have done of Shrikant Tiwari, the fundamentals, the basic elements. But you should also know that I have to, when I'm playing it, when I'm starting shooting, I should know that this is happening after 4 years of gap. So life has changed for Shrikant Tiwari.
It's not the same Shrikant.
It's not the same Shrikant Tiwari.
Right.
He's graying. Okay, you can see all of those signs. His movement you will see slow. That's how I have played it. He's a little bit hunch. Okay, also because of what he's been going through on a personal level. So I as an actor, I as a responsible actor, I have to look at all of those things, and I don't discuss these things with my directors because. Shekhar Kapoor once said during the film making of Bandit Queen, and that kind of cautioned me. I, as a director, am not interested in your process. You deliver it right in front of the
That's what matters.
camera, and that's what matters to me. And I, even with Raj and DK, I don't discuss these things.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our time. Thank you very much, Manoj Bajpayee,
Thank you.
for joining us.
Thank you very much.